Okay, so welcome to this important session because now we are chasing, some top jobs coming from some top companies in India, right? Now keep in mind we have a goal of getting a good job and chasing some good companies, right? So let us try to find, what all skill sets they are looking at. So we'll look into. So abhi hum dekhenge ki if it so when we are talking about SEO or PPC or social media, what kind of skill sets they are looking at, right? So you can see that I am on LinkedIn as of now. और पता करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि क्या क्या स्किल सेट चाहिए और ये कंपनीज what exactly they are looking at, right? So I'm starting with search engine optimization, then I'll get into social media, I'll get into email marketing, I'll get into performance marketing. और आपको ये ध्यान देना है फिलहाल कि बड़ी कंपनीज क्या क्या चीजों पे ध्यान दे रही है. This is something very important है. Keep this in mind. We are chasing big job, good job, because it's not about just doing a course. It's all about starting a new job, right? So more commitment, more action, and more results, right? So three things will change your life forever, right? So let us see. So as of now, I'm on LinkedIn as of now, and what I've done is like I've searched for SEO in job, and you can see that I'm using as of now entry level or executive level, right? So let us start. Let us see what all things they're looking at as of now. So as of now, you can see Infi Digit, good company. It's in Maharashtra as of now. You can see that strength is 51 to 200. So let's say if I'm doing search engine optimization, one of my key goal is to get a job in some top companies, right? So opportunities are tremendous, right? Keep this in mind. The question that we should be asking is, do we have the right skill set? And can we prove this to a recruiter, right? Can we demonstrate them? This is so important. Let us see. So you can see that Nina, she is head of growth in Digit, and she posted this job, I guess, 6 days ago, and over 100 applicants. So what we want to do is we're going to become best among all these 100 applicants. This is what we're trying to do, right? Self-belief is so important. Commitment is so important. And let us see what they're talking about, right? And you can see that number one is they're talking about keyword research. You should be very good with keyword research. And you can see that in-depth keyword research to identify relevant keywords, keyword competitiveness, and search trends, right? So number one is if you're into search engine optimization, they want you to do a good keyword research, right? Next is what they're talking about is you should be good with on-page optimization, right? Which is again very important. So on-page optimization, they're talking about meta tags, headlines, images for targeted keywords, ensure website structure, navigation are search engine friendly, implement schema markup and structured data. So three important things I can tell you when we talk about, on-page optimization. We work on lot of things, straight from content strategy to schemas to, intent, query, internal links, content. We work on lot of things when we talk about on-page optimization, straight from, website structure, authority pages, blog. We work on a lot of things, but आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं, they're talking about three very important things, right? You should know meta tags, headings, images, and markup also, schema markup, which is again very important. They're talking about you should have a good knowledge about website structure and navigation structure. Next is, keep this in mind, this is all about entry level job. So we are not looking at for mid level, we are talking about entry level job. And the question that we should be asking is, okay, can we show them that we have done the live work, which is so important. Next is off-page optimization. So what they're talking about, develop and execute off-page SEO strategies. I can tell you, when you go to any interview, people always going to ask you, that how many links you have built, what are different type of backlinks, right? You can see the link building campaigns. So the question is, so when I read this, I get to know, okay, can we show them, can we prove them that we have built some amazing links? They're also talking about link building campaigns, right? The point is, do you have a plan of, scaling link building, right? So this is again very important. I've seen a lot of my students working with very good companies and they're working in off-page optimization. Now you can see that next what they're looking at is monitor and evaluate backlink quality. Now this is really very important. You should know what is the quality of backlink, how you're going to generate backlink, right? And how you can evaluate performance of backlinks, right? So I'll be talking a lot in coming session. Just pay attention to this JD, and then we'll talk about, how you're going to show this to a recruiter that you have this skill sets. Nice. Now they're talking about destroy toxic links also, which is important. Build high quality authority backlinks. I can tell you that in this course, you'll be able to build some very good links because we create a lot of links, right? We'll talk about in my coming videos. Make sure you check it, because we're talking about how we're going to show them that you are the right candidate, which is very important. Next is what they're looking at is they're looking at content strategy as well. They want you to work with content creators so that you can generate SEO friendly content that align with keyword research, which is again very important. So they want you to plan entire content for a month. We call it SEO editorial calendar, which is important. So optimize existing content. The point is how you're going to optimize existing content, which is again very important. So they want you to work on some blog content. Let's say for example, if they've written some blogs, अगर उन्होंने already कुछ blogs लिखे हुए, they want you to optimize it, right? So this is again very important, which I'll talk in my coming sessions. But make sure that they're looking for someone who can create content plan for search engine optimization. Even they're also looking for someone who can good with technical SEO part, right? So you can see they identify and resolve technical SEO issues. They're talking about crawl issues, and this is again very important. Broken links and site speed improvement. So as an SEO professional, you should know, the challenges with the website, and you should know, how you can improve site speed, right? Which is again very important. Probably you will talk with web developer, you will investigate, and then you will coordinate with a developer, or let's say content writer, or graphic designer, or video editor. Because if we talk about, site speed improvements, it depends upon a lot of factors. Work with web developers, and you can see that's why they're writing work with web developers to implement technical SEO recommendations. So what they're looking at is you should know what are recommendations. You should be in a good position to tell what all things can be done. This is again very important. Analytics, they want you to be good with Search Console. Google is coming up with a lot of changes. Probably tomorrow, last day also they started with major core update. And they want you to be good with Google Analytics. They want you to be good with Search Console. They also want you to be good with SEO software as well. So we'll talk about a lot of software straight from Market Muse or Surfer SEO, or let's say SEMrush or Moz, and a lot of other softwares, NeuroWriter, a lot of other softwares. We're using it in our course. So they want you to work on SEO softwares, right? So because if you go to any company in search engine optimization, they will be using the tools which will be working on, जिस पे हम काम करने वाले हैं, which is important. Now next thing is they're also looking for monitor website performance. So which is SEO tools provide regular reports. You should be good with building reports. This is very important, because if you cannot build reports, how are you going to optimize it? So there are a lot of reports, in search engine optimization, from traffic report to keyword report to technical report. A lot of reports we create, and they're talking about three very important things, which is traffic, ranking, and conversions. You should be in good position to analyze reports also. And you should put KPI drop or increase analysis. So if something is not doing good, if traffic is decreasing, you should come up with solution. What can be done if I want to increase traffic, which is organic traffic, right? So this is important. And what they are also talking about, stay informed, right, about latest algorithm updates, which is very important, and continuous research and implement best practices in SEO. So if someone asks you, what are the best practices? कौन से कमाल के practices होंगे? You should be in a better position to tell, what are some best practices. Competitive analysis. So they want you to do competitive analysis, which is again very important, because I can tell you in search engine optimization, we can build a lot of strategies by just looking at competitors, which is very important. You should be good with competitive research. Use insights to refine and improve your SEO approach. They're not just talking about, give us recommendations, but at the end of the day, you should also have an idea that if you have recommendations, how you're going to implement it. This is again very important. Client communication. So this candidate will also be involved in client communication. So you should know jargons. You should know, how you should be talking to clients, what all information they must be looking at, what kind of information they might be searching at, how to present your reports or KPIs and recommendations. This is again very important, and you can see that the candidate has to have an experience of at least handling 2 to 3 team members. So they're still looking for someone who's a team player, which is important. And then let us see what kind of things they're looking at. As of now, they're looking for experience in handling e-commerce client would be preferred. So what if I give you a chance to work on e-commerce site? Important, right? So I'll tell you that if you have e-com background, let's say if someone asks you, how you can do search engine optimization for e-com businesses, you gonna have an edge. Knowledge in search engine optimization, absolutely yes. Knowledge and then implementation and then result. So I'll tell you the best thing what you can do is you can work on knowledge, then you execute it, get results, action. This is gonna be again a game changer. You should be good with Google Analytics and Google Webmasters. Your CMS environment such as WordPress and all, probably you can work on WordPress in the back end, so that you'll get to know how to implement all these things, right? Keep in mind, when we talk about search engine optimization, we do have developers, but the only thing we should understand that, what is the perspective from developer perspective. So you should know, what happens, what generally goes into web developers' mind, when they resolve SEO issues. You should know those things also. You should know GA4, Google Analytics 4, you should know SEMrush, HS Screaming Frog. So we all work on all these softwares. We do have a lot of paid softwares which will train you. You'll get hands-on experience, basic knowledge, fundamentals, fine. You should have basic knowledge of HTML, that's okay. And then ability to identify problems. So if you have all these things, you can get a job, right? So the point is, now when you see this, they're talking about keyword research, on-page, off-page content, technical SEO. And the best thing is to show your live projects, to show your results. What if, whatever they're asking you, what if you can show it to them? So instead of telling, that you know all these things, can you show them? Can you show them results? I think this is so important because this will give you a lot of confidence, right? So keep in mind, as I spoke in my earlier videos, if you want to become top 5% people, you have to do the work which 95% people cannot do, right? This is again very important. So more commitment, more action, more results, and more salary, right? So this is important. I think this looks very good. So probably the huge opportunity in front of us. Let us see some more before we get into some other JDs. So let's say, for example, let us see Ahmedabad Techno Visors. So they are a team of 1 to 10 employees. That's okay. But you can see they're talking about its strategy to improve website visibility, keyword research, optimize website content. You should be able to do optimization of blog posts or product page, website performance, SEMrush and Moz, trends, algorithm updates, continuously evaluate and optimize SEO strategies based on data-driven insights. And I'll tell you that in our course, it's lot of data that we'll be working on, and we'll talk about very important concept which is known as customer journey. We'll talk about performance marketing as well, which will take you to a next level, right? Let us see some more. So I'm looking for 11 to 50 employees. And let us see what they're looking at. So they're looking at highly motivated, result oriented. So keep this in mind. People will pay you more when you have results. It's not about telling that you know SEO. It's all about proof. It's all about showing them that you have all capabilities and skill sets when it comes to search engine optimization, right? So they want you to work on content strategy and creation. So in SEO team, we're going to have, someone who can do good content writing, a web developer, video editor, graphic designers. So you have to coordinate with them, before you implement SEO strategies. But very important, you can see that they're talking about research and write high quality content, which is again very important for blog post, website. So that's right. What I want is I want you to write some content. So even if you're not content writer, just write some content, follow some best practices so that you'll get to know at least, in case if you go to a company, you can straight away work with content writer. You can be in position to create good content brief with strong evidences like why you should be writing all this content. So people always going to ask you, so if you want to write a blog and we write blog for getting more organic traffic, they always be asking you that, okay, what kind of blogs I must be writing in this month and what results I can expect. So what you can do is you can go through all this, JD, and you can always ask a question, which is, okay, can I show them that I have done this? Can I show them results? Which is very important because I will tell you, big companies, they always look for candidate who have this approach, right? So we are talking about a big opportunity in front of us. You can see that case studies, white paper. You should know, different content framework. So what kind of content that you can create on a website? This is again very important. You should be good with SEO optimization and analysis. You should be good with finding KPIs. You can see the industry standard tools. So we spoke about, SEMrush or Ahrefs or Moz or MarketMuse and some other amazing softwares which can take the ball to a next level. Reporting, you should be good with the reporting part. You can see that, but they're looking for 2+ years as a content writer or SEO specialist. right? But this is just an example. Let us take some more quick final Webflow developer. Let us check one more. You can see that this is overseas career search engine optimization. Looks good. 1,000 to 5,000 employees. Let us check this. Meet the hiring team. Let us check comprehensive keyword research. On page and off page, website performance, reports, collaborating with content, requirement, proven experience. This is so important. Strong knowledge of search engine algorithm. People are going to ask, how Google decide which website will come on top. What are their top ranking factors? They want you to work on Google Analytics, SEMrush and Ahrefs. I'll tell you, Ahrefs cost 10-12,000 rupees. SEMrush cost 10-12,000 rupees, which is again very important. So analytical mindset, this is so important. People will pay you more money if you have a data-driven approach. Keep this in mind. And you can see that we have got email address and we have got WhatsApp as well. So Infinite Digit looks good. You can see that if you go through all this, JD, you will find that probably most of JD is going to remain same. So this is a very good JD which I'm discussing with all of you. अब हमको ये जानना है कि how are we going to show them? This is something very important. If you can show them and if you have that confidence, right, they're most likely that you will get very good opportunity, right? So no problem. You can see that this is so important. So I guess you got some idea. Probably in my coming videos, I'll tell you how you can show them, which is very important, right? So you can see that this is again coming from Mumbai, 1 to 10 employees. You can see the Collaborate SEO roadmap, latest digital marketing trends, SEO opportunities and best practices, analysis and recommendations, recommend changes to website, which is content, internal links, other factors which can really improve SEO positions. So they're looking for 1 year, but nice, we can always apply. If you have the skill sets, we can always apply. You can see, think creatively, strategically, identify and resolve problems. Fine, so this is so important. So 130 people, they've applied. And my goal is that after finishing a CEO, you should be in better position to crack such kind of jobs, right? So life will take you to a next level. This is so important. So one thing that we should understand, that it's all about proving your capabilities, right? Which is very important. That's what we will train you on search engine optimization. I do have a lot of students who are doing good in some of the best companies in India and abroad, right? And I myself into SEO from last 18 years, and we do have all results with us. We work with some of the best softwares, which I'll be talking in my next upcoming videos, and you'll get a lot of idea. Fine, so make sure that you must have pen and paper. Just note it down. More action, more knowledge, more results, more confidence, more hard work and smart work, and you will take yourself to a next level. So it's very important when you sit in a class, you must have right emotions, right? Because I can tell you, emotions are the game changers, right? So we're going to work on that as well, because what I want is, what one goal you should have is, you should have a goal of becoming top 5% people in your industry. If you become top 5% people, no worries, you will go ahead and you will build a very successful career. But in order to become 5% people, you have to be better than 95% of people, right? In terms of tools, in terms of analytical thinking, in terms of communication, in terms of, results, everything matters, right? So this is a gradual process, here at Brandveda, so that we're going to work on all phases, so that once you finish with the CEO, you'll be, in a better position to crack such kind of jobs, right? So think of getting a good job in a good company, and your life is set, right? So my goal is, I want you to be in top 5%. And this can only happen if you start falling in love with search engine optimization, right? So we'll be talking about SEO, we'll talk about PPC, we'll talk about Google Ads, we'll talk about performance marketing, we'll talk about customer journey, we'll talk about email marketing. So this will give you a quick, good idea, what skill sets I need to have, because we need to map skill sets. So it's not about, it's not about, getting a job of 40,000. The question is, why they will give me a job of 40,000 rupees? Why they will give me a job of 30,000 rupees? And I think why is so important. So we need to work on it. And probably in coming videos, I'll give you some very good ideas that how you're going to have a good career in good company in in a span of let's say 3 months to 6 months, right? So thank you for joining me. Take your vision to a next level, because we have all ingredients which can really help you to take to a next level. The question that you should be asking is, are you willing to learn easy SEO stuffs, or you want to learn something that really works, right? So this is so important. And with my proven experience of 18 years, we'll change the game. Thank you so much.